Hello and welcome back to our sit rep series here at LoVA Rates. We are going to continue talking about the VA streamline refinance, and the specific topic we are going to talk about today in this sit rep series is seasoning and prepayment penalties. Now, what you're going to find out today by watching this short 3 to 4 minute video is whether or not the VA streamline loan requires that you make a minimum number of payments or that you stay in your loan long enough, that is seasoning, before you're allowed to refinance, and whether or not, if you do refinance early, whether or not you can be penalized. So let's talk. What is seasoning? Well, this is seasoning. It's middle of the summer. I've been really excited about all the barbecuing going on, but that is not what we're referring to on your VA loan. Seasoning on a loan is simply the amount of time that you have been in your mortgage, or how many mortgage payments have you made. We have been doing a lot of loans this year. People are buying homes left and right. The market's great for buying homes. Interest rates have been low. And let's just say you bought a home back in April and you were given a 4.25% interest rate. And now you want to refinance because interest rates are at 2.75. But your realtor or your last mortgage lender is telling you, well, you can't refinance yet because you haven't been in your home long enough, or you haven't been in your mortgage long enough. They are referring to seasoning. We're going to talk about what the VA thinks of seasoning. Also, maybe you are concerned about a prepayment penalty, which of course is a penalty that can be charged against you for refinancing your loan too soon after getting it. Back before the housing collapse during the mortgage crisis, there was a lot of loans out there that forced you to stay in them for a certain period of time, or you were penalized with a prepayment penalty. We're going to talk about that today also. What does the VA say? Let's look at guidelines. As far as the VA is concerned, there are no seasoning requirement at all. There's none. They don't care if you've made one payment, 6 payments, 3 payments, or no payments. If you want to streamline your mortgage, you're allowed to do it. No seasoning requirement at all. Also, there are no prepayment penalties on VA loans. There has never been prepayment penalties on loans, even before the housing collapse or crisis. So please don't worry about being penalized by refinancing or getting out of a VA loan too soon. Now, as we've mentioned before, don't take our word for it. We are experts, but if you would like to click on the little bubble and go look at the VA Lender's Handbook, feel free to scroll through any of the chapters. You can always hit Control F on your keyboard once in a chapter and search for seasoning or prepayment penalty. You will not find any rules or guidelines on these topics. Okay, what do others say? What's the competition? Not LoVA Rates, but what does the competition say? The industry standard for seasoning is 6 months. Most of the people that you talk to that are our competitors are going to tell you they cannot do a VA streamline, or they cannot give you an IRRRL loan if you have not been in your mortgage for at least 6 months or perhaps made 6 payments. Most lenders, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say most, there are many lenders that will try to tie you down with their version of a prepay penalty. Now, I have personally called the VA on this because we have continued to see lenders out there, and we are disgusted by these activities where they will give someone a VA loan and they will make them sign an agreement. This is not a VA form, this is not an industry form, but it is a made-up agreement between the bank and the homeowner stating, if you refinance your loan before you make 6 payments on it, you're going to be penalized. It's not even a prepayment penalty. It's just a way for these lenders to try to keep you on their books longer. Don't fall for it, and don't ever sign one of those documents. There's no point in doing it. The VA does not allow for prepayment penalties. Now let's talk about what LoVA Rate says. This is what's most important. As we've mentioned throughout all of our sit rep videos, we do what the VA does. We follow the VA guidelines. We have no seasoning required at all, not even 1 day. Now, obviously, no one's going to buy a home or get into a loan and then refinance it within a day. I'm just trying to drive home the truth here. There are no seasoning requirements at LoVA Rates. We don't pay prepayment penalties, or I'm sorry, we don't charge you prepayment penalties or make you pay them. We're not going to create some sort of a document that tries to force you to stay in our loan if it doesn't make sense to stay in it. Matter of fact, we have a $1,000 credit. We will gift you $1,000 towards your next mortgage with us if you refinance within 6 months. So let's say you buy a home with low VA rates in the summer of 2016. It's July, you get a great rate, and then 3 or 4 months later, interest rates are lower. You want to take advantage. If you come back to us within that first 6-month period, unseasoned, your loan hasn't seasoned, we will allow you to do it, and we will also give you a $1,000 credit. So I thank you for watching this sit rep video today on seasoning and prepayment penalties. You can call us always or visit us online. We are waiting here to help you with your next refinance or your next purchase. Thank you.